Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, here to deliver unto you guys, and here's another episode of the Propagandacast. 1 vs 1 in Semois. Yes, indeed, once more we shall be returning to Semois once more, a 1 vs 1. Still looking for a good 2 vs 2 again. It's a slightly more tricky task. Also, we are closing in on 2,300 subscribers. Would be nice to see if we could reach it by this month, though it rather seems like subscriber numbers have slowed in a bit to a trickle. At the moment, there you go. We shall be seeing Kagawashinji fighting for the Wehrmacht. Fighting for the, I don't know, let's just casually say the 326th Infantry Division. Opposing them shall be Vulpuslupus again. Yes, Vulpuslupus featured ever so many times. Will this be the first time he actually wins? We shall find out. Fighting though for the Americans, fighting for the I don't know, let's just casually say the 4th Infantry Division. Observation post going on pretty early on. Barracks as well, 3 engineers. This is a pretty novel start by Vulpuslupus. I mean, I don't think I've seen this before, that's for sure. Although, of course, I do know American players do like to sort of, some cases, go early with an observation post there, but within the first few minutes, that's pretty ballsy. I mean, he's going to be limiting his infantry sort of power right from the beginning, but on the other hand, in the longer run, he will be able to get a lot more firepower on the field. I mean, he could get early BARs, much early BARs. He could also go for a much earlier motor pool or a very early tank depot. The possibilities certainly are endless, but it does, of course, rather depend on things going reasonably well for Vulpuslupus in the beginning. On the other hand, the Wehrmacht commander is sort of, more innocently going about his things, not really imagining there might be anything terrible coming his way. Certainly not this, which again could really lead to some problems. So again, we'll find out. Volkswagen sort of taking a western approach. MG42 ready. Schweres MG42. Moving out. Luck with ammo and of course that MG42 on the tripod. Engineers continuing out there into the center, into the east, going for the victory point. So a bit of a victory point drain as well. Quite interesting, and there we go, the first rifleman squad out for Vulpuslupus. Second Volkswagen squad on the way. Initial engagement right up here. Does not look like the engineers will win it, although they do manage to drop one Volksgrenadier. And of course, it's the squad leader. Always the goddamn squad leader. Also, no knowledge if there's going to be any squad leaders in coming here is too. Of which there's not really any news as of late, although of course we might be getting something, well, anytime, I suppose. Mines going right down here at the entrance to the church. And yes, indeed, Kagawashinji will be noting this. Volkswagen coming under fire from the rifleman, though. And of course, the one man drop down to an engineer, of course, will not help when the riflemen do come in. Although we are seeing additional forces arriving, and the MG42 protecting here against any sort of Semois pin, as it is known by some veteran players. Volkswagen here holding out. They will be needing reinforcements. Volkswagen is on the move. MG42 still holding out against any sort of attempt at a cutoff. Another MG42 on the way. Volkswagen here down in the house. Riflemen keep fighting, of course. They go for the side of the house where there are less windows. This, of course, is a good move by Vulpuslupus. Vulpuslupus definitely not a novice, but never quite seemingly to pull off a victory so far. Few point being secured. Rifleman more moving into the center. Slight retreat from the north from the additional reinforcement of Volkswagen right there. MG42 not advancing. Pioneers getting a mine through. Of course, he has seen the mines from Vulpuslupus. Oh dear, running straight into the MG42, getting suppressed. A nice salvo. Second MG42 moving up. We'll be seeing a skirmish phase. We'll be seeing additional troops out from Kagawashinji and the 326th Infantry Division. Points being secured. And now, of course, go. Minefield discovered right in front of the church. A little surprise for those seeking passage to the house of God. Clearly not being of the correct faith, that is American. We are seeing mines going down here as well. Mines going down for Kagawashinji. Not really a name that rolls off the tongue, at least not for such a Westerner like me. We are seeing a trio ascent, and we're seeing BARs up already as well. 2 rifleman squad, and he's already got BARs. Again, he's going pretty earlier for the much heavier firepower. Of course, he must probably going to need another rifleman squad, or perhaps also 3 or 7 sort of assist. Rifleman going up here though against the Volksgrenadiers, and Volksgrenadiers are coming under heavy fire. The Browning automatic rifle, BAR. Volksgrenadiers getting pushed away. The Browning being a World War I era weapon. Mines going down there as well, although in a sense it's it's not exactly sort of the most novel points they are mining. These are of course the most well mined points, and of course this might of course, you know, aid a player who sort of figures, my best check for mines, you know, who's already on the mine hunt anyway. So in this case, yes, I do believe Kagawashinji is sort of onto it. We are seeing riflemen taking up position there, fuel being secured. And they're of course spotting the mines, because again he took a bit more a cautious route. I mean, it's not a bad thing to in a mine a lot, but I do think Vulpuslupus had the slight mistake, you know, revealing his hand a bit too early on that point. So of course now we are seeing the pioneers looking out for the usual spots where there might be mines. I mean, again, these are not, you know, uncommon spots to mine. So good points on mining, less points on mining originality. If one is to mine it, sort of give points for that. Are we seeing additional riflemen? Yes, indeed, a 3rd squad. And we are seeing additional Volksgrenadier starts. This is a pretty aggressive start from the Wehrmacht. 3 Volksgrenadiers, 2 MG42s to sort of back it up. Only way he could have gotten more aggressive would have been to add in another Volksgrenadier squad instead of an MG42. Or perhaps a bike. Schwimmagen coming under fire here. The riflemen funneling away. Quite a bit of firepower against the pioneers forcing them away, although they have managed to cut off the munitions to the Americans, to the 4th Infantry Division. Riflemen coming under fire. BARs blazing away. Volksgrenadiers pulling back towards heavy cover. And the riflemen are not quite keen on following, probably expecting, yes, the Volksgrenadiers are in heavy cover. Rifleman moving up here, but barbed wire, good move by Kagawashinji. And we are seeing a bit of a cut-off point dilemma right here, but the engineers are not to be stopped, deterred with the grease guns. The grease gun having some troubles in durability, I believe, at least the earlier ones. There were some later changes, but trouble is that came so late in the war that it never really came to anything. 2nd MG42, where art thou? Oh, right there. Volksgrenadiers advancing up here. Points being secured there. And what shall be going on here? A weapon support center up by Vulpuslupus. Still, he must be having a lot of fuel thanks to that observation post. Definitely a lot more, but then again, I mean, Kagawashinji has so far not really spending a lot, but now, of course, with the BARs, he is going straight for the Sturm Armory. The assault phase. And there we go, rifle getting stopped by the MG42 engineers, getting ready to flank with the flamethrower, the good old flamethrower flank. Volksgrenadiers getting caught out here in the open by the BARs, but riflemen themselves out in the open. But the Volksgrenadiers are much low on health, getting gunned down, heavy losses to the Volksgrenadiers. Get them out of there, Rückzug. And there we go, pushed away. MG though also pushed away by flamethrowers, taking up position in the church. Volksgrenadiers pulling back a bit, mines going off there again, nice mining, although retreating troops do take a lot less damage. And we are seeing a good push towards the north here. Riflemen providing a bit of cover as well. A bit of firepower still. Some troops hiding in there. Volksgrenadiers finding away at the church. Assistance might be needed, but no. Riflemen, in fact, are retreating, interestingly enough. And the engineers might be pulling off retreat. And mine. Oh dear. Surprisingly, the Volksgrenadiers even killing one, I think. That's been unfortunate, but also killing the engineer squad. MG42 sitting up here, stopping the attempt by harassment from Vulpuslupus, opening up on the engineers, and we are seeing a full retreat, but not before the victory point has been rendered neutral, inert, no longer belonging to any ideology, side, army, or anything like that. But we are seeing a Kampfkraft sent up. We are also seeing a Kriegbergs up now. Interestingly enough, he does go straight for the assault phase, but then stops up the Kriegbergs, going for the Panzerabwehrkanone. Quite interesting again, knowing, you know, our opponent has gone for BARs, but again, I don't know. Perhaps he's just being cautious rather than feeling he's been held back a bit. It's a bit hard to say. Some players do generally just, go for the pack. We also seeing Blitzkrieg getting ready now. Kampfkraft Center going up.
We are losing territory.
Points being secured. Engineers coming under fire. Rifle moving up there. Flamethrower engineers moving in against the Volksgrenadiers. Though I'm not entirely sure this will work out for the engineers. MP40 being equipped the machine pistol and 40. Primary submachine gun of the Wehrmacht. Though they didn't have quite a few different sort of things. They had Soviets after they captured an arse load. They had some used a few Italians, sort of a mix of this and that. And the Volksguns get pushed off with heavy losses. Oh dear, lots of damage, lots of fire. Bunker going up in the center. MG holding out there. Pioneer's probably going to move up and wire that off. We'll be seeing the Sturmarmory next. Hack holding up. And there we go, the Sturmarmory going up. So still a bit curious the way he did it in. Points being secured. So far so good. Medic bunker up, good that way, going to help up the attrition, keep up the fight going on a bit longer in that sense. But with 3 Volksgrenadier squads, that's definitely going to be useful. Half track on the way, Schützenpanzerwagen, probably assistance from some Panzer unit, I would wager. Probably the Panzer landing one. In this case, tank depot going up for Vulpuslupus. And he might even be able to get... Oh, it's time to actually have a look at him. And he might even in fact be able to get one pretty early on again, because he's got plenty of fuel coming in. He's in fact holding the majority of the fuel points, plus having an observation post on 1. That's definitely counting in his favor. So there we go, tank depot up. Half track arriving. Volksguns and Pioneers moving out. So far all quiet in the Sturmarmory. Nothing going on there, although Kampfkraft sensor lights up like a very peculiar looking Christmas tree. Bit quiet there though. He does have 4 rifleman squads, so he did go full off that, but he did again go for a very early BAR. There we go, Sherman on the way within about 13 to 14 minutes of the game beginning. Interesting, Volksguns hanging up there. Half track so far just seems to be a forward reinforcement point. Although then again, you might as well just bother with a forward barracks, wouldn't cost him any fuel. Volksguns are, oh my goodness, just getting burned alive. Turn into a crisp. How unfortunate. Veterans 1 though up for the infantry. Riflemen hanging out here continually while seeing other riflemen moving in, but they might be running into that MG42 again. There we go. Had there been some additional riflemen to move in from another side, these others might have made it. Of course, does he have grenades? Doesn't look like it. There we go, full retreat. Sherman soon there though. Medics pulling in the wounded and going straight for the fuel point of the Wehrmacht. Again, very aggressive by Vulpuslupus. So far he's holding large part of the map. 50 caliber on the way for the Sherman as well. Jolly good, my friend. Jolly good. Oh, suppliers out there, back behind the headquarters. Might consider getting an upgrade for it though, would be of help. Riflemen, I think they could deal with these Volksguns here, at least keep them delayed from taking out a fuel point, at least for some time. Would have been a great boon, I think, also in terms of population cap. So in this case, I do think Vulpuslupus is a bit too quick to retreat. Sherman arriving though. Opening up on the Volksguns. Oh! Hits up the cemetery wall pack. Clearly not pointing in the right direction. Was not ready for this. He was expecting more of an assault from the open bits, if any was to come. So far the Sherman really hasn't killed anything. Come on, Sherman. Get some crap killing on. And he's upgunning already. Interesting, interesting. He must be expecting a Stug or something like that. Or perhaps a Panzer, in which case the upgun is definitely going to tip the favor in the Sherman. At the Sherman. Volkswagen's getting hammered by the 50 caliber. And looks like the rifleman did not. Oh, they were pretty close. I think he could have won that, honestly. Sherman pulling away. There are few too many shots, but the pioneers here. Oh dear, down minesweeper lost to Kagawashinji and the 326th. Engineers moving up. Pioneers getting gunned down again. They need to retreat lest they share the fate of their comrades. And we are hearing the roar of the Nibelwerfer for the howl as they sing a dirge to the American forces. I think he must have been expecting an assault from here, something like that. That was a pretty wasted Nibelwerfer barrage. Although these riflemen need to get under there. The roof is on fire, and they do need water, lest they fancy they burn. Sniper moving up now. He's actually using his weapon support center. A bit oddly why then built if he didn't use it. Pioneers getting sniped. Rifleman here not doing too well. Too much fire. And we will be seeing a Grenadier squad out there. First Grenadiers out for Kagawashinji. More troops getting sniped. Moving in against the sniper, I imagine. Sherman soon fully repaired and already upgunned. Doesn't do so much against infantry, though it does actually lessen the rate of fire a bit. But that's about it. I mean, it doesn't actually do a whole lot. I mean, it would have been nice if in a sense, I mean, it did less to infantry, but also did more damage to tanks besides penetration, I think. Would make it a bit more of a fair upgrade. But too late for that. Light skirmishing up here, Volkswagen versus engineers. Looks like the engineers will be losing. Grenadiers arriving, sniper firing. Has to be careful. Grenadiers moving up, and a nice hit there. Down to 2 Grenadiers will quickly run off. And more Grenadiers arriving on the field. Another kill for the Sherman. Grenadiers out in the field has to be careful, taking up position right in front of the house. That rather means the pack has to be in a rather special position to actually hit the Sherman. Good move. No, he's got infantry. He's calling in artillery on the medic bunker.
Enemy unit down.
Oh dear. I'm not sure what went dead there. Pioneers plus some other things. By the looks of it, bunker is also taking heavy damage. Of course, in this stage, of course, you ought to be able to see that his opponent's not gone defensive. Otherwise, that bunker would have taken a lot less damage. Though again, I mean, the placement of the bunker is pretty nice. I mean, it will mean the house will actually absorb some artillery fire, in particular if it's on-map artillery fire. Sherman though moves in, coming under fire from a punch. He's calling in more artillery right here. Oh dear, this is a bit of a cluster mess up. Half-track out of control. MG taking losses. Infantry being pushed away into the lines with the Americans, into the line of fire of the sniper now with 2 up, keeping up the pressure. More Shermans might be nice.
Sniper ready for orders.
Volkswagen's in the south continuing, now freshly reinforced and healed with their MP40s galore. Riflemen sneaking about in the north. Bit of quiet.
We've upped the ante. Production is now at double time.
Still no supply and upgrades. Vulpuslupus, do be careful. Might also want to consider medic station. Just very briefly. Small engagement right here. Volkswagen is coming under fire. Taking heavy damage. And what is this? A Geschützwagen out for Kagawashinji. That's a bit of a rarity, honestly. I mean, it's all good against tanks, but it's pretty much rubbish against anything else, which is rather why a lot of people don't really use it a lot. The Geschützwagen was an assault gun like the Zug, although in this case it actually functions more like a Marder 1, which was essentially just, you know, a self-propelled tank destroyer. The Geschützwagen was made by a Baustab Becker, a special construction unit set up to essentially just convert all the French army the Germans had captured into something more useful by the Wehrmacht. The Geschützwagen being one of those things, they also converted a lot of half-tracks into armored half-tracks. Both of these things came under the usage of the 21st Panzer Division. I suppose some Geschützwagen might have ended up in another case. In this case, though, we'll just consider it a bit of a martyr for the Wehrmacht 326 as infantry divisions, largely in terms of self-propelled tank destroyers, which they actually had one company of, I think, or was it actually less? Even one platoon, I think. Bit unsure on that, but they would have had something like a Marder. Very few units might have gotten Stooks, but that was usually because they couldn't have gotten anything else. Like the 352nd in Normandy. That got Stooks because they couldn't get Marders. And ironically, the 17th SS got Marders because they couldn't get what they were supposed to get, which was Jagdpanzer IVs. Another Sherman ready though for Vulpuslupus, also getting a 50 caliber mount. Might want to deal with this, although he's dealing quite nicely with this up here. And of course Kagawashinji should consider getting some veterancy for Schutzwagen. Would definitely make it a bit tougher, plus of course veterancy 2 would make that MG mount a bit more useful. Sniper continues the pressure on the Germans, getting off a few nice kills. Veterancy 1 in the process. Grenadiers still moving in. Sniper needs to get away. Sherman moves up. Oh dear, Sniper went down. More Sherman still charging into the mix. Oh dear, Grenadier went down. Quite the nasty little armoured force plug from some combat command. And the bunker's probably going to go kablooey as well. Bit unfortunate there. Pack's firing away. Geschützwagen adding a bit of its own fire as well, with the Pack 40 mounted on the Hotchkiss chassis, which of course all was modified. Hunting in though. Has to be careful, has to be careful. This Sherman though should also be careful. Could get knocked out by the Pack. Well, this also able to actually withstand quite a bit. And there we go, back behind the house. Geschützwagen once more tries its luck. And I fear someone just went down. Could have been some Volksgunners or some Pioneers. In fact, Kagawashinji just has absolutely no Pioneers anymore. I think these riflemen are in trouble, getting gunned down by the Volksgunners, even leaving behind a BAR present for the Volksgrenadiers. It looks like the riflemen do make it out of there. Still a BAR for the Volksgrenadiers. Oh, no, that's a mortar. Ah, that was a mortar that went down for Kagawashinji. Just looked like a BAR right there. Hard to spot. Sherman's pulling back for immediate repairs. Rifleman moving up, taking up a frontal position. Has to be careful though. That building could go down to intense Pack and Geschützwagen fire, and of course mortar as well. Several grenadiers and Volksgunners are moving in, and the riflemen are quick to retreat. Moving to the next building, the church, and calling in artillery to cover themselves. Grenadiers getting locked, and the grenadiers running through the artillery. Not taking any severe damage to the building itself collapsing though. MG opening up. Riflemen need to get out of there, or at least they need help, reinforcements, assistance. Another Sherman ready. Riflemen not in good condition still. No supply upgrades by Vulpuslupus. Riflemen taking heavy losses, although Volksgunners could be going down. No. Riflemen retreat before that. Going for the victory points. Sherman moving out. Others are getting repaired as swiftly as possible. Again, a supply and upgrade would be a nice move, so would a medic station, I think. More heavy Nebelwerfer fire. Sherman, oh, nice hit on the Grenadiers. High explosive shell takes out 2 Grenadiers, forcing the rest to beat a hasty retreat lest they suffer high explosive doom. Sherman's getting repaired. Should soon be ready, in fact, to beat the Hun. So far, the Vulpuslupus is doing quite well, despite a few slip-ups here and there. Volksgunners staying at range with the MP40s, the submachine guns. And there we go, the rest of the Shermans on the move. This is going to be quite the armoured punch of the US Army. And with only 1 Pack and a Geschützwagen, this could easily end up badly. Well, of course, they have Patrick with Grenadiers with Patricks, but they're not quite focused to stop it. Volksgrenadiers here coming under heavy fire. Sherman moves in, forcing away the Volksgrenadiers. Still no veterancy for his armor, though. Come on, Kagawashinji, get some veterancy. It's going to mean your Geschützwagen is going to live that much longer. Sherman gaining veterancy too, just tearing through those Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers. Oh dear, oh dear.
We're losing a sector.
Volksgrenadiers taking heavy losses. Grenadiers not doing too well either. One Grenadier down. Geschützwagen moves forward, could get sticky bombed. Other Shermans on the move, one going for a south route, another one going for a more central route. This one though getting slightly pulled back. Could it get the last Grenadier? No, doesn't get him. MG42 coming under fire as one Sherman crashes into the market square, or well, what remains of it. Third Sherman going in for a base assault. Spreading out quite a bit. MG42 could be going down. Could even be seized by the Americans. Yes, indeed. MG gone. Geschützwagen trying to deliver the killing blow. Kagawashinji is getting reckless. Destroyed engine on the Geschützwagen. And sticky bomb. Main gun destroyed. Destroyed engine. And veterancy free for the Sherman, gaining it a 25% damage bonus. That's definitely not going to make it a happy customer. This Sherman though needs to get away. Doesn't quite succeed there in its mission. Pack moving up slowly. Mortar hanging about. Floating resources. I suspect Kagawashinji is trying to get himself a Tiger tank, but again, you know, you have to be careful with floating resources, as it can mean, of course, you are leaving your opponent to get the advantage on the field, thus losing you what resources you have there. But no, Sturstruppen are getting called in. Panzerlehr, Panzergrenadiers called in to contain the situation for the 326th.
We're losing territory.
Sherman getting repaired, and we are in fact seeing 4 Shermans. That's actually quite a bit, although, I mean, he ought to be, at this stage, sort of aware the opponent has not gone defensive. That means either Blitzkrieg or Terror, which means he probably should be expecting some sort of heavier armor, and for that he's going to need some Hellcats to augment his Germans. Otherwise, they might go kablooey a bit too quickly. I mean, they won't be able to deliver enough damage, and as of course they're all 4 veterancy free, and as you might have casually noticed, that is not the case again, though. Maneuver at the fuel point. Might want to go in here, cut off this point. Volksgrenadiers here getting attacked by Sherman. Oh, no. Trying to get the needle river with another Sherman. Veterancy free Sherman almost ready. Oh dear, the Panchik hit the bunker. Second Sherman moving up. Quite a few there. Needle river could be going down. No, Grenadiers moving up instead, coming in the target. Stormtroopers moving in with dual Panchik, becoming a tank hunter team. Grenadiers taking losses. Sherman needs to retreat. There we go, he's revealed the Stormtroopers, and thus also, of course, revealed he has gone Blitzkrieg. Kagawashinji has shown his hand. Now it's up to Vulpuslupus, of course, prepare, because again, this is going to mean Tigers. Repeat, Tigers. Tiger. This Sherman also needs to get away. Oh dear, though it is veterans one, he does have a slight speed. There we go, another Grenadier down. 12 kills, the Shermans are certainly... Oh, main gun destroyed. Volksgrenadiers here. Oh dear, if he gets off a Panzerfaust, the riflemen need to get him. They need to kill that Volksgrenadier. And that Sherman just needs... Oh dear. So close, but no cigar. Sherman getting repaired, so close to if it can stop.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
And these folks are not doing well in the face of that Sherman. But now Vulpuslupus should be preparing. He should be getting tank destroyers. He's going to need something with a higher chance of penetrating and which does more damage. That the Hellcat does. In fact, it even gains a damage bonus against Tigers. So really, you want a tank destroyer when phasing off against a Tiger. Needleworth against these one here, going for the victory points, draining away Kagawashinji's victory points, in fact. He could also seize this MG42 turn against the Germans, that would be good. In fact, let's go look at Vulpuslupus. What is he doing? Off-map combat group. He's getting another Sherman again. I don't think that's what he wants here. He wants a tank destroyer. Needleworth down. Artillery. Oh dear, heavy losses to the German infantry. Panzerschreck left behind. There's no one to actually take it. Bunkers down. In fact, the base is open to an infantry assault. But the Tiger arrives. Panzerkampfwagen 6 Tiger. Ready to kick some allied arse. And sadly, despite Vulpuslupus having been sort of given the signs that, hey, there's a Tiger coming, he's not prepared himself. He is, in fact, not quite ready to take on a Tiger. He's got forced Germans, but I fear that won't be enough. He's going to need something that can deal more damage faster to the Tiger. This German is in trouble as well, trying to get away. He does have Veterans 1, which does provide a speed bonus, but that's about it. And this one needs to get away as well, although it's trying to get the Wehrmacht quarters. It succeeds, but again, retreat, pull back. You do not want to be tempting the Axis war machine like that. Oh dear, good hit on the Sherman. Sherman just needs to retreat, get repaired. Down to half health, less in fact.
Just tell us where to drop.
Why? I mean, okay, I have absolutely no understanding of why he placed the howitzer right there. That is, in fact, a complete mystery to me. I mean, honestly, why? I mean, you can place it in the base and it can cover practically the entire map. So again, I have no idea. I really have absolutely no idea why he went for a howitzer right there on that specific spot. It's way too exposed, quite frankly. Germans moving in, but again, he's going to need tank destroyers. Or at least he's going to need to deal with the German infantry first. All those Panzerschrecks. Sticky bomb on the Tiger. Sherman getting pulled back. Other Sherman moving up. We are seeing two here. No, don't send them in. Have them. Don't send them in piecemeal. Not one at a time. And he's got riflemen hiding in different buildings. Get them moving up. Forwards. Forwards, Vulpuslupus. You're forgetting about your riflemen. Don't do that. And he's going to lose that Sherman. Oh dear. This is going to be an absolute mess. Veteran C3 Sherman moving in for some rear hits. Sherman down. Move up the other Sherman. Just fill it with... Oh dear, Sherman went down to too many Panzerschrecks. Oh no. It's just an absolute mess. Again, he should have sent infantry into support. Tiger mobilized. 3 Shermans down. Other Sherman is still in base, waiting for repairs. Howitzer firing again, but again, if he just had one tank destroyer, he could probably have won this fight. Or if he dealt with the infantry first, either way. He's just lost 3 Shermans, including a Veteran C3 Sherman. This might, in fact, have lost Vulpuslupus the game. In particular, since he did not get what he most desired, to get that Tiger blown to bits. And now, of course, he's got his howitzer utterly exposed as well.
Ground out there.
And again, why he placed it there is a complete and utter mystery, although, of course, he's free to explain in the comment section if he watches this. I mean, I've certainly known him to watch it and even send in some replays, although they were... most of them have been too short. Howitzer down. Shan moves up against the Grenadiers, rather damaged. Trying to salvage the situation for Vulpuslupus. You have again forgotten about these riflemen. Do not do that. Be careful. You were doing so well. Of course, now he's getting Hellcats, but it looks like he's going to be sending in it on its own. Again, piecemeal. Not how you want to do it. At least wait for another one. Please. Veterans 2 Grenadiers coming under fire. Tiger, by the way, is finally Veterans 1.
Sector being captured.
Mortar firing away. Oh, rifleman getting splattered out. Sticky bomb. Tank destroyers move in. Open up. Getting a nice damage bonus, of course, hitting the rear. Oh dear, shot really didn't penetrate. Of course, now lots of Panzerschrecks. And Hellcat out of control.
Casualties being reported.
Looks like Vulpuslupus is tragically getting desperate, having had such close a chance of getting that and perhaps even knocking out Kagawashinji. He's now completely lost it, getting quite a bit reckless. Doesn't help that he's so close to draining our victory points. MP-44 is moving in to cut off any retreat. And Panzerfaust. Oh yes, Sherman went uncontrolled, but the Volkskanner managed to get himself killed. Standing too close, perhaps. The Sherman is gone and no more, but a memory. Another Hellcat arriving, but that Tiger's far too repaired now. Again, had there been a slightly more coordinated blow from Vulpuslupus, again, it might have gone down again had there been a Hellcat, so I've just more focus on the infantry first. So overall, a tragic engagement right there for the 4th Infantry. Grenade against the riflemen, getting quite a few of them. Victory points being seized. Time to continue the victory point drain, but I think it's a bit too late, and he still hasn't bothered with a supplied upgrade. Grenadiers moving towards the center.
Krauts are grabbing our territory. Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
And a bit of quiet. Though of course he could consider getting an off-map combat group. Perhaps he would get the means to finish things off. Oh, he's now getting a sniper again.
Taking our territory.
Grenade on the rifleman. Troops getting pushed away. And a Sturmhaubitze has arrived.
Casualties being reported. Forward supply lines are broken.
And these riflemen did not make it home. Engagements
Enemy
left and
unit
right.
down.
Troops getting sniped. Pioneer's dead. Getting another sniper again. I'm not entirely sure. Vulpuslupus is reacting very well at the moment. Though Kagawashinji is also being very conservative with his Tiger. He's sort of keeping it very far to back, not really moving in. Hellcat though here taking heavy losses. But heavy damage, not losses. And these Volksgunners could be going down.
Enemy unit down.
Yes, indeed. Sturmhaubitze advances now, Veteran G2. Oh, what that Geschützwagen could have done with Veteran G2. But it's too late. Hellcat doing its best, but it's not quite enough. And the Tiger has arrived as well. Oh dear. Artillery getting called in on the Tiger, though I fear that might be a bit off.
Objective captured.
Let's return to Kagawashinji. What is he doing? What is he planning? Not much by the looks of it. He does have a repair bunker up. That's a good move. Oh dear, nasty surprise for those riflemen. Storms is moving up. Now additional ones with assault rifles. That's going to be a nasty surprise for these riflemen, and there we go. Blasting right through them, gutting them.
But the grateful fatherland and the glorious struggle.
Veteran G2 for these riflemen. And troops getting sniped as they advance. Ooh, suppressive volley right on these stormtroopers. In fact, he's winning over these stormtroopers, I think. That's quite fortunate. Down to 2 men, Veteran G2, but still, he won against 8 stormtroopers, some of them rather heavily equipped with assault rifles. That was quite a nice move right there by Vulpuslupus, though I fear it is too little, too late. Mortar fire. Victory points getting drained. It's getting sniped, although the sniper's very close to getting killed.
Enemy is down to 100 points.
More sniper fire. Bit of engagement right here on the left. Not a lot left for the Americans though. They have been brutalized. Going for a motor pool all of a sudden to get anti-tank guns. Again, too little, too late. Volksgun is getting pushed back by the riflemen. And Veteran C3 up for German armor now. I think it's pretty much game over at this stage for the Americans. The 4th Infantry did have its chance, but slightly fumbled it.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Stormtrooper down. Pushing in the north. Quickly draining a victory point, and we're seeing moving in it, but ooh, a stormtrooper's moving in. Veteran C3. One of the toughest units in the game when they have that. Only overdone by the Knight's Cross, but they can do more damage, of course, but with their 4 assault rifles. Hellcat moving in, engineers, no riflemen in fact.
We can now blitz our resources. We are crushing them.
And there we go, game over. A loss to the 4th Infantry Division, a loss to Vulpuslupus, though it was very close. We could probably have won this, but just a few critical errors lost him the game, probably. I mean, again, no supplied upgrade. That's not good at all. He could have used with a medic bunker, though that would have just been a plus in his favor. But, I mean, that engagement with the Tiger was not handled in the proper way. I mean, either he should have been launching in all of his Sherman at the same time, even the damaged one, because, again, that would get more numbers, more damage. Either that, or of course, when he was, as soon as he'd seen anything that sort of just even slightly indicated Blitzkrieg, he should have gone Hellcats. Then he might have been able to get it in conjunction with his Shermans. Or he should have dealt with the infantry first, then dealt with the Tiger. Either way, though, it simply became a mess, and he simply lost because of that, and probably the entire game, because those Shermans were really doing a lot of damage otherwise. I mean, it was a pretty novel thing to see an observation post that early on. But there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.